while they're putting the louvers in, I will explain the new base collar. So this is one of the new things that we have. So the base collar is important because we had a lot of people that had the original base trim that we were sending. The problem with that was it came already assembled, welded together, and so you had to slide it on the post, then anchor them, like lift them up, anchor them, and then slide them back down. If you hadn't ever had any issues putting them, take them off or anything was a pain. So we wanted something that was still just as sturdy, but you could take off or you could put on after the fact. And we wanted to ship it as a standard part. Instead of charging more for base trim, we wanted to have a part that we could ship with every single pergola. So every pergola that we sell now has this base collar included. Now it doesn't come assembled, pre-made like this. The way they ship is in these miters. So they look like this. Essentially, the thing you're looking for here is this key. So you can see this channel up here at the top and the channel down here at the bottom. You're gonna put these keys in these channels. So basically, it'll end up looking like this. Now, the keys are gonna face in towards the L. So if this is the shape of an L, the keys are gonna follow the same. So they're gonna angle towards this. Because after you get this side in here, one of these will match it so that it makes a collar. So it will slide in like that. So that is essentially what we're looking for. What you're gonna do, you're gonna leave two the way they are with no keys in them. So set two to the side for each post. Then you're gonna put the keys, 4 keys in each of the other 2. So 2 get no keys, 2 get 4 keys. 2 per side, obviously. Top, bottom on this side, top, bottom on this side. The way you're gonna install these, I would put it on a piece of wood. Put it up on its end like that. Set your key. The easiest thing also is take an awl, set it in the channel, and just open the channel a little bit. That way, it makes the key a little easier to start. Now the channel does have this leg here that is not supported, so that you can bend out a little bit there at the start in order to get the key in there. Obviously don't go too far, otherwise the key obviously won't have anything to grab onto, you won't be solid. So that allows you to get the key started so that it's at least pretty solid. Then you're gonna take a nail punch here, or nail set, whatever you wanna call it. You're gonna set it right over that corner. You really wanna make sure you're right over that corner, because if you accidentally go out here on this edge, you'll bend this leg. These are a cast aluminum, so if you try and bend it back, it's not very flexible. It can break on you. So make sure you stay on the edge here of the key. One thing to note, definitely be wearing gloves. When you're handling these are nice miters that we do on a saw. The good thing about a miter like this is because it's so nice, you end up with a really clean look once it's fully assembled. The downside is it's sharp, so make sure that you're wearing gloves when you do this for sure. So it'll look like that. Repeat this same process on the opposite side. Open up the channel first. Set the key, match the key for the L. Set the next key. Boom. So now you have one side with all 4 keys. You're gonna end up with, I'll show you real quick, you're gonna end up with 2 that look like this, that have keys, and 2 that have no keys. So I like to set the no keys to make my U, then make the last one. So we'll do that real quick. The way you attach these 2 together, the no key and the keyed one, again, I would get in the habit, if you wanna do them all early on, you can, of opening up the channels on all sides of these. So that way it's easier. You don't have to do it this way, but it certainly makes it faster. you're gonna set this one matching the extrusions, set them face one another, set the keys in a little bit, and then here you're gonna switch over to a different type of hammer. You're gonna switch over to what we call dead blow, or should be called a dead blow, basically a rubber mallet. The reason why is because if I use this steel hammer, I'm almost definitely mar the paint. So you wanna make sure you don't do that. So make sure you stay even, a little bit on one side. Should close up, end up with a nice corner. So, repeat that process again on the other one that doesn't have keys in it to make a U. You can also obviously use the same dead blow for all of this. I prefer steel hammer, but either one works. Again, match it. So this is your finished top. These legs down here, this is to cover over the post base flange itself. So you want to keep these up, match them. So you can see here, obviously, to make the same face, you want to match it like that. You're going to put the one that doesn't have keys down against the wood again. Boom. 3 sides. And again, we like these keys because even now with 3 sides, it's pretty rigid. So that's why we do these keys, no screws, no caulk, and you have a really solid part by the end. So this last one here, we're gonna do the keys. So we're gonna put 4 keys in this, 2 in each, again, like we did on the first one. And then we're gonna bring it over to the unit, slide this on, and then use the dead blow to knock this last face onto it. So, finished parts, U-shape, another trim with 4 keys in it. So we'll go put it on the other unit. All right, so the last one here, I'm gonna slide this U on. Apologies for the sound in advance. So slide this U on, you're gonna take your last part here with 2 keys. Again, as I said before, highly recommend bending out these legs here to get this started with an awl, so that way these will find where they need to go pretty quickly here, so you don't have to force anything. You don't want to bend these keys, as I said, they can break. So you're gonna basically just alternate top, bottom on each side. Try and keep them equal. You don't want to overforce one side before the other. So start on one side with the other. Keep it equidistant as you put it on. You may have to use your foot as a brace. The other option you have, instead of using a hammer, is to use a clamp. So if you don't want to use a hammer, you can also use a clamp and just alternate what side. Certain lesson days, you do get more even pressure. You have to expect everyone to take the time to use the clamp on this process. And then you're done. Your base color is installed. There's gonna be a little bit of room around the post and the base collar itself. That's for a multitude of reasons. One of which being obviously removability. But the other is just to make sure that there isn't anything in the way, that nothing causes any issues, and that the base collar looks pretty the same way every single time. If you don't like the gap, or you don't like the fact that you can still move it a little bit, you can always basically lift this up,
Put caulk on the inside leg here on the bottom. I'll show you on this piece.
This piece right here is actually just shy of the post base. There's about, let's see, about a 1/4 inch between our standard post base and this leg right here. So you can put caulk right here and then lay it down so that it actually glues to the flange of the post base if you don't like the extra room. And that'll keep it solid. You can always do that, or you can leave it as it is, entirely up to you.